I was so dumb, but I hopped on a plane, almost drove right back to the 541. Shitty U-turn on the freeway, you turn me from a fiend to a way to you fun. I can wait in the sun for a little, but it's been real gray, and tonight it's a nice C1. I can wait in the cold for a while.
Were you guys talking about Rock and Roll Soldiers? Is that what I heard?
Yeah,
walking
I was saying I just went back and listened to so many musicians kill. It fucking bangers.
That band
I'm
fucking,
just like,
the band fucking rocked, dude.
No, Post Malone literally has a song from like 5 or 6 years ago that is a Rock and Roll Soldier song where he's like, everybody's gotta live and everybody's gonna die. And I'm like, I was listening to him like, I'm going crazy. This is word for word the Rock and Roll Soldiers. What is going on?
I will say, I think they were.
Yes.
Shut up. Literally my favorite Rock and Roll Soldiers song.
Yeah.
I think that was a cover also from the Soldiers, by the way.
Whatever. Yeah,
but still,
nah. It's a Marty Larson Zoo exclusive. Everybody knows that shit.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Come on, man.
No,
Come on,
yeah,
man. Why don't you go to North Eugene with that shit, bruh?
Marasa?
I live in North Eugene, so whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That band kicks. I'm gonna turn it off because that makes the stream go slow. There we go. I was telling a story in Discord, where my kid has bass lessons every Tuesday.
Slap at the bass.
Hell yeah, son. And so I've sort of been introducing him to some like alternative rock because like bass.
I mean, have you not just played Tool pretty much? Because that's kind of
or Primus or Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like those are the big ones, right? No. So like I did a little bit of Chili Peppers. He's like, whatever. But I'm listening to NRQ. And we're driving back from it, and like there's like a couple of really shitty songs back to back, and he's just not feeling them. And then Sum 41 comes on, and he's like, "'Cause you don't know so."
We laugh when old people fall.
And he's like, "Finally, some good fucking music," and I was like. You are my child.
I was trying to search for a certain tweet from the Rock and Roll Soldiers. There is me. That is my shoe. Jumping off the stage at a Rock and Roll Soldier song, and no one caught me. But hey, my royal blue Jordan 1s right up there for everyone to see.
You need to print that out and put it on your wall, like canvas.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah,
for real. That needs to be like on your wall when people enter your house. This is the house you're entering, by the way.
Look at those baby blue bottoms there, man.
I'm saying.
Oh boy, I still have them. They're uncomfortable as hell, but I still got them.
You don't get rid of shit like that, man. I have shoes like that too. I wore them out. They're not in good shape, but fuck, they were my favorite shoes for like 5 years, and they are still in my closet. I'm not gonna wear them. But I can't get rid of them. It's like a matter of principle at this point, right? Yeah, man.
Principalities.
It's principalities. All right. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Alex at TSB Pod, King at Jeromny, Ski at TSB Ski. We're on Twitter, twitch.tv/abrog87 if you want to watch us do the live stream on Thursdays. It ranges between 7:30 and 8:30. Let's just, get off our backs about it. How about you chill? We hear you. We see you. We value you. Actually, we don't. We don't value your time at all. But that's about
You're
what
on
happens.
Our time, pal.
It's
Buster.
It's our podcast.
It's an R-cast, not a podcast.
I don't think Sports Brewery is trademarked anymore. I don't know. We'd have to ask if I don't know. But yeah, twitch.tv/ABRAWG87. Also on YouTube, if you missed those, I post them on YouTube. So if you want to watch the stream instead of listening to the podcast, you may do so. Also, we're on podcasts everywhere because it's a podcast. Discord, Sports Brewery and Discord. It's a good time. Get in there. We bullshit. We share news as it comes through, which is kind of I'm not on Twitter anymore, really, despite me giving out that handle. So that's how I get my news is you assholes sharing it with me. So I appreciate that. Join us. It's a good time. So where do we want to start? We have a few. So, okay, here. So baseball is well underway now. And all I see online, and I'm curious, I have like questions for you guys about this. All I see online in the last couple weeks is how bad the umpiring is. Like nothing but like horrible misstrikes, one after the other. Thank you, WCP. Movie this week, by the way, on Sunday, backtracking, is Chasers. It is on Prime. It's Chasers. So if you want to watch that, listen to us talk about it, go to Prime, find Chasers, watch it. Or don't. Don't.
Oh,
Or
definitely
don't.
watch.
Or don't.
Definitely watch.
Or don't, but
Definitely
you could
watch.
listen to us talk about it anyways. Okay, so back to that. So all I've seen is horrible umpiring everywhere I look this season. Is the umpiring being bad new? Like, is it at an elevated level, or is it just that social media is picking up on it more this year?
I mean, it's just Angel Hernandez.
Well,
Yeah.
I saw
There's been a few.
I saw a thing where Angel Hernandez is actually not even like the top 3 worst strike zone umpires. His bad ones are just so egregious though that they pop.
It's truly amazing how bad he has been so far this season. But that was my question. Like, is it just that we have cameras on it and they're making Instagram posts about it now, whereas in years past they weren't doing those Instagram posts before? Because I don't remember it being this bad. Occasionally, yes, you would get your, fuck, Angel Hernandez is terrible. Look how bad this one pitch was. But now we're getting like every single day a new game of horrible Angel Hernandez calls. And so is he just worse? That can't be the case, right? He's always been terrible.
Yeah, it's nothing is new. I mean, there's been bad umpires since the game of baseball was created, because it's pure judgment. So you're going to have guys that are bad. All you have to do is, I think you're starting to factor in like how strong the umpires union is, that there's a good handful of guys that should have been run out of there age-wise and just how bad they are. But the union, they're stronger than the fucking police union, fucking umpires union. God, they could get away with murder and they get off. That's how big and strong.
It does feel like nobody holds them accountable. Like
you can't. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
The only accountability they have is that they just like, Angel, sorry, you can't do World Series games or championship series. They'll throw them in a divisional series still, but you're not getting those real games because you're that bad.
Booble says it in the chat. Term limits for umps. I'm like, they are Supreme Court justices. Like they have life. They go away when they want to go away. Nobody tells them to go away. Nobody tells them they're wrong. They can't be fucked with. Like, their word is law, and nobody can say anything about it. If you say anything about it, you're fucking tossed immediately. And Major League Baseball, i.e. the fucking government, they're not going to do anything about it. It's like they're infallible. Like, and there's nothing you can do. They're just terrible. They're just terrible.
You can't have term limits because you can't lose guys that are actually good.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, you got to keep those guys. The players don't want robot umpires, right? They don't want that. But what they're doing in the minors now is they are implementing a challenge system where you raise your hand or whatever on the call, and it takes 5 seconds max for them to go ball or strike.
You can't do that with Angel Hernandez, or you're gonna have a fucking 8-hour baseball game. You're gonna challenge every fucking pitch.
I will think that you gotta think that that'll bring his strike zone in though. if he's getting challenged on the spot and he's like, oh, that's a ball. I mean, I'm not going to say Angel Hernandez because he might still do it, but a normal person would be like, oh, okay, the computer's saying that's a ball. I'll bring that in a little bit. The only risk is that I don't know how you work like number of challenges per bat. It's tough because otherwise, if there's 2 strikes and you're rung up, you might as well do it, right? I just don't know how you can work it yet. They'll figure it out, but I think that's as far as they could go in the big leagues in my eyes.
Every single challenge is going to be overturned because they call so many strikes that are actually balls. Like they're never gonna do a replay and no, that was actually a strike. Like because that's the way it is. Like they have so many bad strike calls now. It's bonkers.
But again,
it's crazy. It's crazy to see online now because that's like my whole Instagram feed. By the way, baseball Instagram is the fucking best. Like if you don't like if that's not part of your algorithm, I'm really sorry because there is so much good baseball content consistently on Instagram. But that's part of it, man. It's like every day I scroll through and see these videos. And so I don't know, man. It's embarrassing for baseball, right? Like do they not give a shit? Like
but the owners,
Major League Baseball. Yeah.
They don't give a shit. They don't care. I mean, a guy made a wrong call on a dude's perfect game, and they're just like, whatever.
Bring in AI, man. Bring in AI. Screw the unions.
You're talking about Jim Joyce?
Yeah, Jim Joyce at first.
Hey, he apologized. He apologized.
And Angel Hernandez has never apologized once in his life for a missed call. And again, that's players, like I said, players don't want robot umps. They just want umps to say, hey, I missed that. And they don't even care if you're giving that, half a ball out as a strike. That's baseball. Angel Hernandez is calling balls that's 6 inches off the plate and ringing dudes up in like late in the game. You just can't have that shit.
We did love, can't remember who the Mets player was last weekend who was stepping in the box. And there's a pitch and he steps out and Angel Hernandez is like, get back in. And he's like, I didn't call time. Like, do I have time? He's like, no, you don't have time. Like, but I didn't even call it. Nope, you don't have it. I just told you called it. Get back in the box. And then the next pitch is like a ball and he walks. And he's just going to first base like, what in the fuck is up with this guy?
Yeah. Yes. He's power tripping, man. He's Clarence Thomas out there. I'm telling you. He's unfuckwithable.
Well, I will say, one of the worst jobs has to be a professional official of some kind. Because you just get absolutely fucking shit on even when balls are strikes, just like barely catch the edge of the plate, other coach laying into you, fans laying into you. It's a brutal job.
Being an NFL guy would be fairly easy.
Yes, because they figured that out. Remember, they like NFL official used to be a part-time job until fairly recently, and then they started paying them better, and now it's a full-time thing because the NFL was like, we can't have these half-assed dudes 1 foot in, 1 foot out because the games mean too much money, and we can't have these guys like with day jobs coming in and doing this on the weekends. This needs to be their full-time thing, so they're good at it. And that's what the NFL did. I don't know. Is that the deal with Major League umpires? I assume they're all full-timers,
I think
yeah. The season lasts 9 months. You'd assume.
Yeah. I think MLB guys were the first refs that were like full-time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if Major League Baseball is not going to call them out on it, if the players and coaches get fined if they say anything about it, like how does it change? It doesn't change, right? It just goes on forever. That's what we're supposed to sit back and see. Like nothing changes ever.
Well, like I said, that things do change in baseball. You just have to look to the minor leagues first, because that's where they just any zany idea for a rule change or something, they just go, do it in the fucking minors. Who gives a shit? And then once you see stuff, how it plays out there. I mean, look at when that pitch clock came around. All the people up in arms and like that. they had a full year of that in the minors, and you didn't hear a fucking word about it because eventually you get used to it. Do you guys even notice the pitch clock anymore?
No, I never. Outside of
No.
the first like month in like 2001 or whatever, when people were just, oh, watch it. No, I don't notice it because it's a good rhythm. Like, it's rhythmic slapping. Like, that's what the pitch clock is. It's rhythmic slapping. Just get in, get out, catch and throw. Catch, you throw it, they throw it back to you, you throw it back.
Right.
Like, just keep that slapping going. That's all it is. I don't need, like, last week, you know, obviously 1,000 levels lower, but I was at an 8th grade baseball game, and this lefty pitcher.
That's almost a show. I mean,
but this lefty pitcher threw to first base in 3 innings, maybe, I'm not exaggerating, maybe 25 times. And on 20 of them, he passed that like 45% quartile and still threw it. And it was insane. It was the slowest game ever because he just. And
did he hit anyone ever at first?
He got 2 people.
What?
One was a great pick. One was a great pick. The other one was such an egregious balk. It was what? What are we doing here?
I like how you said that. Balk.
Yeah,
I know.
balk.
I emphasize the AL. Balk. I know. I don't know why I did that.
It should be balk. It's spelled balk. It's
balk. I don't know why I did that.
Call it a Trent Baalke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Niners legend, Trent Baalke. Boy, that guy's really good at running franchises into the fucking ground. I'll tell you that much. I'll tell you that for free. Okay, so we just move forward. Umpires are shit. They're always going to be shit. There's nothing we can do about it. Angel Hernandez is an untouchable force. Will, reign
until he dies.
Until he dies. Okay, all right.
That's pretty much how it goes.
Okay, fair enough. You guys watching that Fallout show? Real quick.
So I watched about 10 minutes of it and I bailed.
Oh, you bailed.
Not because I didn't like it. I was just busy.
Okay. Fair enough.
Well, first episode.
Yeah, it's
like
Baby Billy. All right, I got it.
They're all really long episodes. Yeah. That is the thing.
Yeah.
You got to get in. You got to be in for the long haul. But I fucking love it. It's so good. It's so good. They're making really
it's
good.
Like based on a video game or something.
They're making really good video game TV lately, man. It's crazy. Like Last of Us was incredible too. Like, damn.
I mean, it is based on a video game, but it's just a post-apocalyptic.
Yep.
Do we need another? Where's a Gauntlet movie? Like, what are we doing here?
Centipedes.
Joust.
Or I guess they already.
I've seen a few Centipede movies. I don't need to see another one with humans. I'm good.
That would be hilarious if we find out like the old arcade Centipede game. That's what that was. Like the Centipedes. Whoa. Mind blown. Nah, man, it's really good. Highly recommend. Anybody out there listening who has not seen it yet. It's really good.
Speaking of shows.
Walton Goggins. Perfect. Yes.
Speaking of shows, you really shit on Curb a couple weeks ago in the Discord. Did you ever watch the finale?
No, I didn't. I don't like that show.
Oh, so you're not smart. I got it.
No, I'm stupid. I'm a very stupid person.
Yeah, okay.
But
this guy doesn't get nuance in art, Ski. Like, what? I know. Jesus. Yeah, I gotta see a movie about Doom. Like, oh, a TV show. Oh, Zelda. Get out of here.
Zelda TV show. No, I just never been a fan. But from what I heard, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the finale was essentially the exact same as Seinfeld. Like, he was in court talking about how bad of a person he was. Did he end up going to jail like they did in Seinfeld? I don't know.
Temporarily.
So he did. He went to prison too. Yes. Okay. Like that's
I'm sorry you don't understand art and nuance and righting a wrong because Seinfeld. Have you heard of Jerry Seinfeld? You know who that is, right?
He's the coffee guy, right?
Yeah.
That guy.
So he was in there too. He made a cameo, and the whole thing was righting wrongs. It was artistic. You're the only person I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, dang, do people not like this finale? And everyone was like, one of the best finales ever.
I personally love the Seinfeld finale.
Yeah.
A lot of people hate it. I think I like it. It makes sense for the show. They're just stuck together in jail, just doing talking about the same shit they did. And so I thought it was good.
And you're the only person, and that's okay. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah,
I like the Carson Daly wrap-up show of the season finale of Seinfeld better than the series finale of Seinfeld.
All right. By the way, from the chat.
Oh boy,
I'm not making this up here. This is from
bunch
the
of rubes.
chat. WCP, Curb, and Seinfeld are boring as fuck. Booble, also Curb is a fucking terrible show.
Well, hey, go watch your show about Link. Have fun. I bet you that'll be watched in 30 years, you dorks.
He said best video game show is Nick Arcade.
Yeah, I mean, who am I to say that a show that people reference 30 years later was bad? I mean, you know what I mean? Come on.
I can't get with you on the Seinfeld thing, man. I loved Seinfeld. It's classic.
And I'll even agree with people saying they just don't like Curb because Larry is an acquired taste and there is cringy parts that he does and it's like awkward. But to say it's not good is blasphemous. It is great writing and great storytelling. It is just hard to watch at times with what the shit he does.
Writing and storytelling? There's no writing. There's no.
Sorry, guys. There's no Rocksteady and Bebop in Larry David shows. Sorry.
Super sorry. Yeah. Yeah, just never been a fan.
Yeah, well,
WCP might be great, still boring as fuck. Him saying that, not me.
Like I said, hey, there's always a show with the Splinter running around. So
I was gonna say there's a 17th Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle coming out, you guys.
Yeah. I mentioned Michelangelo, still a party dude. What about that?
Did you hear the next one's gonna be like R-rated? The next Ninja Turtles thing.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Well, once the Ninja Turtles started having white eyes under the bandana things, I was out. I was like, this is a show about mutant Ninja Turtles who live in a sewer and eat pizza. Stop making them scary. They're not scary. It's not scary. It's dumb. Make it dumb.
They're teenaged as well. They're not even grown. They're just
teenagers, and all of a sudden they're like the scariest motherfuckers on earth with white dead eyes. It's like, I have time.
I hope this R-rated one is called like middle-aged Mutant Ninja Turtles and not teen, because then now we're fucking talking.
No,
Michelangelo is a balding dude.
Yeah, exactly. Give them 35 years of the world kicking them down in the gutters, and then come back to me with a show.
They gotta roll it into the Pooniverse, you guys. They gotta roll it all in. Yep.
Well, except for Done Well. How about that? Instead of Pooniverse.
Wow. By the way, go back and listen to the archives. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We watched it. You can listen to us talk about it. Yep. Second one.
Is it out now or is it out now?
I think it's pretty soon, right?
It's got to be
second
soon.
one, we got to do like a podcast outing to Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey too. We're going to be the only people in that theater.
We're reporting live from Regal Cinemas.
You're acting like it's going to be in theaters like nationwide.
It's not getting a theatrical release. I'm pretty sure the first one did.
I think it was like limited to like some Canadian theaters.
Yeah, like 150K box office. Yeah, man.
For a weekend, yes. Yeah. I love that.
For a week. For
a weekend.
A weekend in like Montreal, and that's it.
Yeah.
Montreal. Yeah, give us a release date. Nothing?
This is trying to tell me it came out March 26th.
No fucking way.
That's what I'm saying.
All right. Got a movie next week. That's your movie, right, King? Next week?
Yes, absolutely.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. Yeah.
Yeah, release date March 26, 2024.
Huh. All right.
Huh.
We missed out.
So, yeah.
Well, we can go see the Bambi movie together then. That's part of the Pooniverse. We'll see the Bambi movie. Yeah. Killer Deer. Bambi fucking sucked, by the way. Like the worst cartoon movie ever? Bambi?
Nah. No. I'd say some of the racist ones Disney did were probably worse. Even though I really love Song of the South, and that shit is racist as fuck.
Yo.
I was like 17. I realized what a tar baby was, and I was like, "Hey, yo, no,
No.
that's what that was."
Yo, cut that.
I don't-
cut that from the podcast. Cut that.
No, I'm saying I didn't realize what it was. I had no idea, and I Splash Mountain.
I renounce
Dead to me.
it.
I'm glad they got rid of it. It's done. Racist.
I'm gonna cut that part out of you saying you love Song of the South and just leave it at that.
Hey,
Believe
Uncle
that.
Remus, man. Uncle Remus is the first Jason Whitlock. Like an uncle. It goes Uncle Remus, Uncle Ruckus in Boondocks, and then Jason Whitlock. They're all kind of.
You got Samuel Jackson in
Django
also.
Yeah. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. My.
Sing, though. Tell me he can't sing. He could sing.
He could sing. Those butterflies. Plenty of sunshine heading my way. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay.
Bluebird on my shoulder. Why do I know that? Why do I know that? Why is that in my brain?
Because it's a banger.
I guess.
It's a banger.
Yeah. I don't remember that movie ever. So that's probably a good thing.
I know that song.
Brer Bear! Oh, Brer Bear! Come and get me!
Brer Bear. Yeah.
It does not age well.
I feel
All
like
right, so is it just like the racist crows from Dumbo, like throughout just like the whole movie, like that level of
It's
like-
not quite as aggressive, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
up there.
I feel like
And also-
wasn't Brer Bear like one of the first animatronic things? Like wasn't Brer Bear like the Five Nights at Freddy's precursor?
Pretty much.
I'm pretty
yeah.
sure, right? Yeah.
Yeah. But the racist crows. Have you guys ever seen seen Oz, the Michael Jackson Wizard of Oz?
Oh,
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
Oh, you guys need to watch it. Oh my god, it's amazing. The crows are just as caricature as they are in the Song of the South, but it's okay because it's Michael Jackson. But
when did that come
man.
out? Like the 90s?
Oh no, like early 80s, mid 80s.
80s even? All right.
Yeah. It's,
So, like,
it's actually a fun movie, but when you watch it again, you're like, I know what they were trying to do by like combating the racist undertones, but man, it doesn't age well either. It doesn't age well. They what was the movie or the music group where the guy wore the nose and the glasses?
The Humpty Dance?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like a crow that does.
Digital
Digital. They're like Digital Underground meets meets Dumbo Crows. It's just it's something.
So Tupac and Dumbo Crows.
Yeah. And it has Michael Jackson, Diana Ross. There's it's a whole thing.
I don't know if you know this, but the Humpty Dance is your chance to do the hump. Yeah. Just FYI, anybody out there, now you know.
What was it? What's it? Shock G?
Yeah.
Wasn't that his like alter ego?
Booble,
Humpty and Shock G.
R.I.P. Shock G, because he did die a couple years ago. So yeah, big ups, Shock G from Digital Underground. Chat trying to figure out. There you go. Chat trying to figure out if that's an Angels hat that you're wearing, and it is.
It is.
Definitely is.
Just
35th anniversary.
fantastic.
I don't know why it's yellow, but it is.
It's nice. I like it. Very Savannah Bananas. That hat, which
Please.
Please. Before. This is before. 1995.
Yeah.
Let I remind you.
I'm just
Look at that thing. Oh my goodness.
It's like you're trying to rep the Savannah Bananas, but not cool enough to buy a Savannah Bananas hat, King. I mean, is that what's going on here? Like,
again, 1995. Eat shit.
Fuck that team.
I was there with Wally Joyner, batting leadoff.
Paul Abbott.
Paul Abbott. Not Paul Abbott. Jim Abbott.
Jim Abbott.
Paul Abbott, Mariners salad thrower. Ken had two hands, so a little bit different than Jim.
Get your Abbott straight, man.
Greg Abbott? Is he wheelchair bound and one arm bound?
Man, there might be something about that Abbott name.
Abbott,
your appendages just stop working.
You go by your middle name or something. Yeah. Savannah Bananas suck. I don't care how many backflip catches you do. Like, fuck that team.
They're they're globetrotters. That's all it is. It's 100% entertainment only.
Not into it.
Not real sport.
I'm not into it. I'm just not. Yeah. And by the way, I haven't seen the Globetrotters in forever either. And like, I don't know that I mean, they come here every year. Like, have you guys seen them recently? I assume you've taken the kids to see them, right?
I saw them like 7 years ago. Yeah. I mean,
like, and it's like, yeah, is it good? Like, is it an interesting show? Like, no, right?
Kids liked it, but like I said, that was like 7 years ago.
It's because they're children. Like they're for
like Justin Bieber was still popular. That's how old that is. Like when I went, like that was what they were playing was the Biebs. So maybe it was even longer than 7 years ago.
Should take them to Matt Night. I think it was this. Maybe it's this weekend or something. We got a professional bull riding coming into Matt Night.
Oh, PBR, baby.
I think it just happened before they fucked up, transformed the floor. I think it was like right before that. So.
Yeah, I did want to talk about that, by the way. So they tore up the
sanded down.
They
right?
didn't tear it up. No, they sanded it down.
Very destructive.
Yeah, they hit it with like sledgehammers and shit. It was crazy.
Why would they do it?
Yeah, pickaxes to the floor. Like,
why is Chip and Joanna Gaines there? Just fucking shut it up. Why are the Property Brothers here jackhammering the court?
At least we get Zoe Deschanel here if the Property Brothers are
Flip
here,
or
right?
flop.
Yeah, I mean, come on.
That's more like extreme home makeover.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's it. So they, Oregon moving to the Big Ten next year, they had to change the floor a little bit, but they decided to sand the entire thing. So Deep in the Woods, is that gone? Do we know? Have we heard?
I don't know shit. I would guess the mid-court logo is a green O with the matte logo that kind of looks like a net. And I bet you they will still put Deep in the Woods somewhere. But I don't think they're going to do, because they literally just changed the court in like 2022 to a new one with the trees. So I feel like at this point, if they're doing it again, they're done with the trees.
I hope so. I hope so.
And my hope, I didn't like the trees, but I didn't really give a shit about it. Whatever. But since it's going away, my hope is, like I said, I think I know how the center court's going to go. I hope they use like the sideline, the baseline paints in yellow, because that shit pops way more than green. You want to make the key green? That's fine. But like when you watch a game of like Staples, well, crypto.com, I guess.
Crypto, there you go.
And Chase Center, where it's predominantly yellow paint, it just pops. It just looks good, which would be a complete 180 from the shades of brown and orange for conifer trees, which again, I mentioned on here, it never made sense that they made coniferous trees brown and orange, because they're green year round. They don't have leaves. Yeah. They got little spiky spines or whatever it is.
It's that whole it's that whole evergreen thing. You ever heard of it? Evergreen. Yeah. I never really liked it, man. Like I never did. I got why they did it. It's fun to be different. It's fun to stand out, but it didn't look good. I never thought it looked good. And they stuck with it, and you eventually get used to it, and it doesn't matter anymore. But since they're tearing it up, like, just just do something normal, you know. And I like what you're saying. Like, stand out with the colors you use for the lines. That's good. Have a nice like logo, you know, like, you know.
Hey, if you want to keep the tree theme, just put it in the bait and out of bounds there. Just put it on the yellow.
Totally.
You want to pay homage to it? Sure. Put it there off the court. You know, the overhead shot will get it.
That would look good, right? That would look good. Or do it like, because doesn't, like, South Carolina, their logo is like a palm tree with like the moon, right? Isn't that their thing? Like, I love that. That's fucking gorgeous. Like, just have that, something like that, like, you know, right when you cross midcourt in the, like, the corner. Put something like that. That's cool. That looks good. Yeah. It stands out more that way, as opposed to like having trees all over the fucking court. Like, it doesn't stand out. It's muffled. Like, it's like it's bad graphic design, you know?
Well,
like,
and even just the whole, whatever the design is, like cityscape, landscape, whatever it is. Oregon was obviously like 9 years before other people doing it. And then it became a thing where, I mean, UW had it, Memphis had it, the Cavs had it. I mean, multiple NBA teams had it, not to the extreme of the full around the court, but, you know, just kind of the camera lens angle. But the whole cityscape thing is just, it's kind of over now. Most teams have just kind of, are like, you want to know what? No one really cares that we have a bridge on our court. Just get rid of it. But again, when people say, like, well, I don't go to Duck games because I don't like the DJ and I don't like the court. Hey, man, the court's gone. You gonna go?
What's your
You're gonna go? Oh, you're not? Okay. Well, okay. Because you're an if they're 18-2, you'll go, and they're playing Michigan State. Oh, okay, all right. Oh, so you're just a typical Oregon fan? Is that what I'm hearing? Okay, gotcha. I can relate to that. All right, gotcha.
It's almost like you were never going to go in the first place.
And that's my thing, is when people were like, oh, I don't go because the court's ugly, and you weren't going. And I know I beat that to death, so I'm just going to stop. But, hey, it's gone. So start showing up if that was your beef. If that was the drum you were banging, start showing up, you fucking dorks.
Tickets are available.
They're like $0.
Readily available.
They're so. Speaking of tickets,
get a ticket.
Did you see that Oregon sold out?
A ticket package for $20. Go for it.
Did you see that Oregon football officially sold out of season tickets yesterday?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, you know, that won't be the norm, I don't think, going forward. But
give first couple of years in the new conference.
And you know, this year it's like Boise State, which whatever. But for a non-conference game, okay. Ohio State, holy shit. Michigan State, which means God, please don't give us another Red Box Bowl, you know. But then Washington, it's a banger. This is a banger home schedule for sure.
Did they bump prices with the conference realignment?
Oh, they did. They did.
Yep.
Yes, it
sounds about right. Thanks, Biden. Fucking inflation, motherfucker.
Yeah. No, like a month or so ago, I was looking at the first season tickets I ever bought at Autzen. Chip Kelly era. They were like, it was like section 26, row like 78. And they were dirt cheap. And they're not even that cheap now. Or not that expensive now. But now you got to throw on like
a little dono.
Yeah, a little donation on each seat.
Yeah, gotta get that dono in there.
Interesting.
All right. Is it more...
Hey, guess what? Basketball seats, for like 80% of them, you get season tickets without a donation.
Yeah.
So,
well, and the thing about basketball is, I bought, like I mentioned, I bought a mini plan this year, 2 seats, because I thought Michigan would be good. Like, whatever. They weren't. Whatever. It was cheap as hell. But then I started looking around. It's like, I'll just buy them an hour before the game for $32 for a really good seat in like row 11. Like, why would I buy season tickets?
I would venture a guess you could see every non-conference game. I'll just stick with that non-conference game under $100 if you wait before. I mean, and obviously, if you don't care where you sit, you get seats for $4.
100%.
So,
yeah.
Duck Chef in the chat says his women's basketball season tickets are in the comfort seats on the baseline, and it cost him $120 for 2 tickets. He said he bought them Sabrina's final year.
That's crazy.
Now they're gonna have to almost pay people $120 to go.
Well, like even like Oregon baseball season tickets, because the weather stinks for the first 20 home games. You can sit on like first row dugout because there's no cover. $99 a seat entire year. No donation. So I know football is expensive, but
make 5 games and it's worth it. Sitting
yes,
wait for 5. Wait for 5 just nice weather games, and it's worth $100 for the season.
But college baseball, they've had a team now for long enough. I should not be dumb like this. But like the other day, I'm like, it's like 11:30 in the morning, and I'm like, how are they beating Gonzaga 11-1? I haven't even eaten lunch yet. What the fuck is going on?
The random doubleheader weekend game maybe is.
No, it was a weekday.
Oh, this was a weekday.
It was like a Monday or a Tuesday, and I think they were up like 11-1 and ended up winning like 11-10 or something. But I was like, it's so early. Who is going to this?
Major League Baseball only does that because of travel purposes that day and for the next game.
That treacherous trek from Eugene to Spokane.
I know. You need a whole day for that.
Yeah.
Or they're having baseball games during good classroom time. Am I right? I mean, are we not thinking about the student athletes here?
Right?
Student athletes, guys. Duck Chef says it's worth it for Walsh Dong drops alone. That guy drops dick.
Some
huge dick.
Donkey.
Holy shit. That guy rocks fucking bombs. He's like,
I'm going to need someone to like, whenever he comes up, we somehow need to get someone to be a plant and just hold up like a sign when he's up that says like the Donkey Show with like a very sneaky penis in there. Like a very big and aggressive, wrinkly, gross gray donkey penis.
It's like a donkey, but also it's a
penis. Not that I know what they look like, but you know.
What, penises? You don't know what penises look like?
Donkey ones.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Man, he's like Oregon's all-time leading home run guy with like 32. But fucking A, every single one of them is really, really far.
What's funny about that is it's like, oh, he's 32, program record holder. And then up in Corvallis, that Travis Bazzana guy has like 20 this year.
Yeah.
Just this year.
Is his nickname the Donk or Donkey?
No.
Or is that just
we could like I hate to break it to people, the Oregon baseball community, not that strong. No. We could start that he's the donkey dick.
Well, because there already was one in baseball. It was Travis Hafner.
Oh, Hafner. Oh.
He was the donkey. It wasn't Donkey Dick, but he was the donk. Yeah.
Let's call him the Donk. Fuck it.
I'm gonna start.
I'm
gonna start doing an aggressive online campaign.
Jacob
every
Walsh
time I see
is the Donk. And by the way, you're the one who can start this, Mr. Number 4 Duck Twitter follow.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely, I'm going to
I-5 corridor.
Shout out to Travis or Tyson Alger. You know,
yeah, man. All right. So what is it? What is it again? What's the official name? Walsh Donk? What, or the Donk, or what?
You guys,
yeah.
I'll workshop it.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Donk. Yeah. So Booble says,
Erica.
Yeah. Crowdsource.
There's this Oregon baseball player.
Yes.
He's the all-time program record holder of home runs.
Yes.
He hits mad bombs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So in parlance, he drops dick. So we're gonna start call him like the donkey dick. Like, how do we get that off the ground?
The Donk?
Donkey dinger.
Donkey dinger. No, that dinger. Donkeys are one of them.
Dingers are so like early 90s.
Can't be the dinger.
Dinger, get out of here.
Yeah.
It was rejected by everyone.
The Donk. The Donk. So we got Booble with hashtags in the chat. Hashtag Bojenda. Hashtag the Donk. I'm in.
Is a bomb? Is it a donk bonk?
Donk bonk?
The donk bonk.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna do the donk bonk and then somehow find a terrible Photoshop where I'll hide donkey penises around.
Exactly.
Terrible.
Nah, it's terrible.
Yes,
Yeah, get back in the kitchen.
Terrible. First of all, your MS paints are wonderful. They're a gift to society. Okay.
To sleep on.
Leave.
I'm leaving because you told me to. I'm leaving because I want to.
Whatever, woman.
Yeah, woman.
Donk bonk. Donk bonk.
Donk bonk.
Donk bonk. I love it. We're on to something, guys. Fucking, you know what, Oregon? Reach out to us. You know where to find us.
Not happening necessarily tonight.
Marketing.
I don't know when it's happening. Who knows
Okay.
if
Is this still about the donk bonk, or is she mad about something else?
No, she's yelling at my kid.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
That's valid.
So Duck Chef says ding dong Walsh dong drop. No, I don't like it.
Too long? Too wordy?
Donk bonk. Donk bonk. The more I
It
say
is
it,
a little. It is a little.
the more I say it, I don't like it.
Hmm.
We'll
We'll
work
figure
on
it out.
The donk.
No
the
one's
donk
gonna pay
works.
attention until they host a regional anyway.
Exactly.
So,
That's fair.
we got like 2 months to figure this out before anyone outside of like 50 people realize Oregon has a baseball team.
Jimmy Sherfy ain't walking through that door yet. Yeah, man.
Surf's up.
Yeah, man. All right. Anything else you want to talk about? I mean, the Daylen Austin thing is sort of like hanging out there. I don't know if there's really anything we can say about it. Like, it was.
I feel like there's two things. Either something happened, he killed someone, right?
That happened. Like,
That
yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
He either killed someone.
So by the way, Google it if you don't know what we're talking about. Daylen Austin, Oregon football player, was arrested. Like these are the facts. Was arrested for a felony hit and run. They found a guy dead, like in the 6th and Blair area, like around there. Like,
Was he arrested for the hit and run, or just for leaving the scene of?
no, he was
Both.
charged.
It was
He was arrested and brought in for felony hit and run. That was like the charge that they brought
was
him
the
in
charge.
for. He has since been released. But like the guy was like, he had a hammer next to him on the ground, and there's a bunch of facts that haven't come out yet. And so either way, the guy is dead, and Daylen Austin fled the scene, like, and got arrested for it. That is what we know. And he has since been released. So we don't really know anything else. I will say, as somebody who is from that part of town, spent most of my life living in the Whitaker area. Actually, maybe not most of my life at this point because I'm fucking old, but like my childhood in that area. Like,
So you haven't lived there in a minute, so you could say that
it's been a while.
it's been a while.
I love we're on the same page so much.
We're
with
doing
that.
a serious thing, and
It's totally fine. No, but like, there are weird fucking guys with hammers walking the streets of that area, and it is sketchy, and they can be scary, and so I heard that, and I'm like, well, fuck, man, maybe something happened where this guy, again, we're projecting and we're like making up scenarios here because we don't know the actual facts yet, but I'm just saying, like, I've seen that guy. I've seen guy in his 40s mentally ill walking down the street with a hammer before, and I fucking go the other way. And so I have no idea what happened, but I read that, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, yeah, that sounds like the wit sometimes, you know.
Yeah, you go the other way, or you go play basketball under the bridge.
Totally. Yeah. And by the way, you play basketball with those people sometimes.
With
and,
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got next.
They got yeah. No, they're
Next.
no that line
Hey,
where that,
hey, run it with me. Let's go. He's
that
got a stammer in his back.
that line where you got to make the shot to get to play. Like they're in that line shooting free throws with you, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Boy, I haven't thought of that in a long ass time. There's some good times at the underbridge, man.
I just drove by there the other day. Did you notice that they put in a dog park there now too?
Just
they fenced off a chunk of it.
Yeah.
And a dog park in there now.
Yes,
I played under the underbridge on Easter. I played.
Awesome.
I played basketball. I hooped.
That area.
I was very sore
That
afterwards. It was not fun.
That area is awesome. They have like the skate park, they have the basketball park, and now they have the dog park. And the dog park is where like all the people camped out and ruined all the grass and stuff. And so
were you just gonna say homeless?
I was gonna say house.
The unhoused.
Unhoused.
Yes.
Okay.
Please call them the unhoused.
See, that's why I didn't say it, is because I was gonna say it wrong, and so I said something else.
Of all the like politically correct things, homeless and unhoused, who the fuck cares? Yeah. There's a lot of very important things to be politically correct about. Homeless, unhoused. That one, to me, it just flies over my head. I don't get it.
Quick little sidebar on that. Are there still tramps and hobos? Are those still like? Do they exist?
Hobos for sure.
Well,
people still ride the train.
Yeah. You go on Maxwell in Bethel. You'll see hobos because of the train tracks. Train tracks?
Hobo implies that they're riding the rails, so that's what.
Yeah, they're riding the rails, man. I've seen them. They got the little set. They got the stick with the little cloth bag. I've seen them. I see them all the time.
I've seen them.
And I always figured a tramp was a hobo that just walked or hitchhiked instead of riding the rails.
I think tramps now are just serial killers. Like that one is gone. You're just a serial killer.
See,
but hobos still are a thing.
And are there still winos?
People who drink wine all the time. Yes. Yeah.
But
I am a borderline wino. So.
White women?
White women. Huh. I always thought of the word tramp as like having like a sexual connotation. Like somebody's a tramp. Like
when you watched Lady and the Tramp, you thought that dog was a real perv, had a real high motor.
Watch the movie and tell me otherwise.
He did eat that spaghetti pretty aggressively.
He ate that spaghetti pretty aggressively.
Well, that old Charlie Chaplin movie, like Little Tramp. What do you think's going on in
Sorry,
that?
man.
I know we're old. We're old. We're not doing Charlie Chaplin content. I'm sorry.
He sucked down that spaghetti like a tramp, says Duck Chef.
Yeah. I only brought that up because go back and listen to our Grandma's Boy. What's her name? Says, oh, we actually talking about Charlie Chaplin.
Little Tramp, you.
Tramp. Because of the name, because of the movies. And another quick aside, when you're describing what's going on, what they have under the bridge now, you also left out the 60-man horseshoe pits they have there as well.
Oh,
those have always been there.
You love the horseshoe pits.
You could hold the world championship of horseshoes because they have so many horseshoe pits there.
Who the hell is playing horseshoes?
And that many people you need to have that.
What I'm saying is in 2010, the world was a different place. And they had horseshoes. It was a good Samaritan policy. You played horseshoes and you left the horseshoes. And then Occupy Wall Street came and the horseshoes became murder weapons. And now it's just 60 sand pits and 120 posts in sand and no horseshoes. And no horseshoes. Where'd they go?
Are you saying, remember when there were those protests down, was that, I can't remember what protest that was, but it was right there on the corner, right by the Jersey Mike's and the cell phone store.
That was the George Floyd one.
Was that George Floyd?
Yeah.
Is that what they were breaking those windows with? Were horseshoes? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think I don't know, but I've mentioned it before. My favorite picture ever was after that protest and on the front cover of the register card was a guy coming out of Jersey Mike's or whatever it was with a 50-gallon tub of mayonnaise as his scalp, like as his prize. Like, this is what we're fighting for. George Floyd did not die in vain. I have enough mayonnaise for 27 years.
Everybody here, mayonnaise for all.
I just watched it. I was like, there's fire all around and broken. And this white guy is coming out with the biggest thing of mayonnaise you've ever seen in your life. How Eugene is that?
You didn't need to preface that with a white guy.
Well, I mean, you know, I just
He was walking off with a 50-gallon jug of mayonnaise. I mean, let's.
All right, we ready for our list?
Quick thing.
Wrap this thing up.
Quick NBA thing here.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Warriors, are they done as being relevant now?
as Kristen Cavallari famously said in The Hills, Dunzo.
Who can forget Kristen Cavallari?
Obviously. Yeah. God, you keep rehashing that fucking quote, man. Honestly, God.
It's The Hills, man.
But they're dead, right? I mean,
Yeah.
they
Don't
don't
make me
have.
start quoting
they don't have
the OC. Don't make me do
They don't
it.
have. They don't have cap space or really
OC.
young players.
Keep it OG watching episodes of OC. By the way,
My dad Ryan just sleeping in the guest house the whole time.
there was an absolute spam attack in our chat. It was impressive. Like, just message after message after. They were all the same message from different profiles. It was incredible. WCP, like, props. Because as our moderator, he was going through, like, deleting them, banning people. It was incredible.
He just killed our view count there. Is what it did.
No, that's
Son
the
of a
thing.
bitch.
Like, viewers were not going up, but the spam sure as heck was showing up. Yeah. No, I would have told him to stop, man. Yeah. Booble says WCP did the Lord's work. Amen. Yep. Good work, man. So sorry. Yes, the Warriors are done. Yes, to answer your question.
I mean,
Our Lakers though, they got a chance.
They got LeBron, bro.
They have this year. I think that's kind of it.
Oh, look at this hater over here.
LeBron James.
Get on the 410 and drive the fuck out of here, you loser.
You got any other local references? Yeah.
Take the Santa Monica Highway and drive all the way up to Loma Linda.
Okay, list. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else basketball? I mean, the play-in games happened, I think.
Yeah, I like to play in games. I'm glad the Heat are done. They're annoying. Jimmy, get out of here. Bam, you're a loser.
I don't think they're done.
No, they're not done, but they're done. Come on. The Bulls are beaten. The Bulls got Kobe White. Come on.
They do.
Yeah. He's dropped
They don't have Alex Caruso anymore, though. He got hurt.
Well, that is the important White. Who is the most important White on the Bulls? Kobe White or Alex Caruso?
Nikolai Vucevic.
This is me just
The
putting
Bulls always have a Vucevic, don't they?
This is me just
They
putting
always
my
do.
microphone over here, if you don't mind. The most important White. Let's have a debate. All right, list tonight came from the Discord. I believe it was from Booble. Hang on, I'm gonna actually find that out. The list is, because baseball season is upon us, and I'm pretty sure we've done this list before. But you know, if
It was actually from Andy K in the Discord.
Oh, good shit. Okay, it was indeed. Yep. Andy K in the Discord. Top 3 things you can eat or drink at the ballpark. I'm pretty sure we've done this list before, but you know what?
We've done a variation.
If our listeners don't remember it, like if the few people who listen to our podcast don't remember it, then fuck it. Like,
I mean, we barely remember it, so there you go.
We've done 1 billion episodes of this, so
Yeah, it's dare I say that it's been a while.
All right, who wants to start? And by the way, didn't say food or drink. Just said top 3 things to eat or drink in the ballpark. So, use your imagination. All right, go for it.
I'll go. My number 3 just a red-blooded American normal hot dog. I don't want this artisan shit. I don't want brisket on my hot dog. I don't want spare ribs. I don't want Korean barbecue. I don't want any of that shit. Just give me mustard and chopped onions, and I am good because I'm proud to be an American.
Cause I know that's where I'm free. Is that the song? I think that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yes.
I'm shocked you know it.
I know. Sweet.
And I mean, you're a liberal, so why would you listen to that?
I'm a
song?
dirty libtard. Yeah,
You're a
it is what it
dirtle.
is. Yeah.
You're a dirty kook.
Better than a cuck? I don't know.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
Hey, yo. Oh.
Every time the duck sound effect happens, that's what we're saying. Somebody's a cuck. My number 3 is also a hot dog because that is the only time I'm gonna eat one is at a ballpark. I'm not making them for. By the way, I'm not making hot dogs. When I grill, I don't do hot dogs. I do like bratwursts and shit. So
not at Costco. You don't gobble a glizzy in public at a Costco.
I don't have a membership.
I was gonna say you don't have to. You don't got a $1.50.
You know, I tried.
$1.50.
I tried to go into a Costco to buy some like holiday food shit with my mom's Costco membership card. Do you know what they did to me?
They kicked you out.
Get out of here.
That's right.
Get out of here.
That's right. I pay those dues for a reason. Keep a riff-raff like you out of rapscallions. Hit the rails with hobos and the tramps. You get out of my life.
The vagabonds.
The vagabonds. What was Snoopy's cousin, Joe? What, didn't Snoopy have a vagabond cousin with like a mustache and a knapsack? You get out of here with him.
I feel like he was evil also, wasn't he?
I don't think he was evil. I think he was misunderstood. The housing market was crazy back then. It was crazy. This is during Reagan's era. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like he's giving everyone AIDS and crushing the. It was nuts.
I mean, a house costs what, like $50 back then? I mean,
yeah, but Reagan suppressed wages.
It did. Reaganomics, baby.
I'm pretty sure I gotta go now. Get from the Costco.
Get.
Go on now. Get up out of here. Boy.
You're lucky to catch a fucking bum's rush out there anyway.
I walk up to the checkout area with my 2 items that I was gonna get, and like, oh, can I see your ID? And I was like, oh yeah, here. And then they turn it over and it's my mom's face, and they're like, well, that's not you. I was like, oh yeah, I totally made up a lie. I was like, oh yeah, my mom like hurt her foot, and she's in the car right now. I'm just coming in here to get this stuff for her. And yeah, they didn't. Nope. They brought over the manager.
Look at Spike. Look at Spike. What a fucking vagabond.
His name is Spike.
What?
It says his name is Spike. What? Cousin Spike.
Huh.
What are they implying with how his eyes look there?
Yeah, the mustache,
he's just having some me time. You know what I mean? He was the original Cactus Jack. You know what I mean?
Yep.
With that mustache and him like taking a nap out. What are they?
Next to a cactus? Yeah.
A little problematic, maybe? Did he have a taco in his hand too back then?
Oh, come on. Come on,
Ski.
What are you doing to Charles Schultz?
Ski.
What are you doing to Charles Schultz?
Ski.
I'm saying we may have to look in deeper to Charles
Save
Schultz.
that for the Dilbert guy. You right-wing nut job.
Yeah. Well, this is a right-wing podcast.
That's true.
And on right-wing podcasts, we love our glizzies. So I'm going to the ballpark. I might even put some relish on that bitch. I don't like relish. I might put relish on that bitch at a ballpark. Fuck yeah, let's go. Hot dog. That's my 3.
All right. My number 3. You brought it up, King, as something you put on a hot dog. But watching that first game with the Dodgers and the Pods in Korea, I could get down on some Korean barbecue at a baseball game.
This man's in a high tax bracket.
I mean, you're paying $50 for those, juiced up dogs where they throw all that shit on it too. You might as well get some good food in it instead.
I only go on dollar glizzy night
Yeah,
in this economy.
This guy's eating some like Korean barbecue in a suite at a baseball game. Like
Insane.
They're not even sweets. They just have them like out on like the terrace there.
Can't relate. I don't know. Must be nice. That South Eugene life, right? That must be nice. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
My number 2.
Hang on.
Oh,
hang on. We got to go to the chat. Hang on. Hold your horses.
We don't care.
I was a producer on a radio show that was in the morning, and the host really used to like to make fun of South Eugene a lot. Do you remember who those people were, King?
Icky and Woods.
No.
That was a running back for the Bengals.
One of them
It
was.
sounds like a morning show. Well, hey, now it's time for Icky and Woods.
One of them was a writer. One of them was a writer for the local newspaper, and the other was
Schroeder and Myers.
The other was his friend. No.
Oh, Jay Jones.
That fucking guy.
Mm.
Man.
Fuck that guy. Yeah. I will just say, I run in a circle in some aspect of my life where he is a higher up, not employment wise, but he is. We and I look at him and I always want to be like, do you remember me? I fucking hate you. And if you did remember me, I would tell you I hate you. He sucks. That guy fucking sucks.
Yep. 3 from Duck Chef. Baseball bat beers. Yep. And Booble, other people's leftover beer. WCP says shrooms. Technically, you eat that. Yeah. All right.
It is risky on the other people beers. I don't remember, King, if you remember old what was it quarter beer nights?
Oh, quarter Paps night at Civic.
Quarter Paps night at Civic. And a buddy of ours was there and went and filled up a popcorn bucket of all the leftover beers and took that for a little spin home. And I don't think it ended well.
No.
That's fucking gross. That's fucking gross. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where COVID came from. Jesus. It wasn't those bats in China. It was fucking this dude's popcorn bucket of leftover beer.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
And got syphilis.
Yes. That could have been for your mother.
Yep. Yeah, same. Yeah. All right. Number 2, is that you first or me first? That's you.
My number 2. Specific ballpark nachos. I want the jellied jalapenos and the fake chips. Again, I don't want designer nachos. I don't want you to throw any meat on there. I want that warm plastic yellow shit and the jalapenos that are like flubber. You can put them on your shoes and you can jump and dunk. That's what I want.
Do you want that out of a big helmet as well, or in the little tray?
No, little tray. The big helmet's too much.
Helmets are reserved for ice cream, and you know it. Yep. No, we don't do that. My number 2 is beer. Just beer. Another thing. I am not a beer guy. I don't like beer. I don't drink beer. It's really rare that I'll have a beer. But if I'm going to a baseball game, hot dog and beer, you have to. And
especially if it's a day game or something like that when it's nice out.
Yep. And by the way, like there's something to like the beer batter and getting up and getting in that line and getting your discount beer.
Pull out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. Strike 3. Everyone runs up the concourse. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, you run up, you get your discounted beer before the timer ends or whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only like $8 instead of $10.
Exactly. Hey man, that serves so much of like who I am. It's like I'm always looking for a deal and like beer at a baseball game. Yep. I don't even care what kind of beer. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not a big hop guy, so like give me a cheap beer. Like give me a PBR, give me a Coors Light, like whatever. I'll take it.
Well, see, I'm my number 2, a cold beer as well. But like I said, this is going back to Civic Stadium, and a cold Millibee.
Oh, yeah.
And that voice you
Shout
hear,
out to Kurt.
Yeah, that voice.
Shout out to Kurt.
That voice you hear, ladies and gentlemen, was a woman making that.
Oh, Millibee. Oh, Millibee. Yeah.
Oh man.
Wonder what she's up to. I could fix her.
I don't think she's with us anymore.
Oh well.
You could fix her.
She was troubled. You could tell.
You could.
She'd seen some things, man.
You could. I think if we've established anything during tonight's podcast, is that you can't fix a woman.
I can fix her.
Women run you, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with that.
How many darts a day did you think she smoked?
Oh man, I'm giving her so many Marlboro Reds, if you know what I mean.
You're gonna give her that Virginia Slim?
Non-filters. Oh baby.
Yeah, no filters. Absolutely.
No
not.
filters.
No. This would have been like the 90s, man. They even have filters back then. Gross.
No, they had like light tar version. That's as close as you could get.
Did used to love smoking Camel non-filters for a minute. What a time.
Ooh.
What a time.
All right, what's
I'm trying
your
to remember. Could you have smoked at Civic?
No. I mean,
didn't think so, right?
no, you could smoke on the outside.
On the outside, right? Yeah.
Yeah, like not even outside the stadium, but in the concourse on the third baseline. That's where all the riffraffs at.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where like the drifters and
Hobos.
the tramps and the hobos, but they're all high school kids, which was weird.
Yeah. I was trying to remember if
Our parents were lawyers, but they were lawyers and doctors, but they were really sticking it to the man by smoking a Camel Turkish Silver in the sixth inning.
Oh yeah, they had gauges in their ears.
Yeah,
First people to get
that was a little early. They did have the one that they had a ruby in their nostril, a ruby because it just shined a little bit brighter.
Yeah, because I was trying to think if we were old enough to where you could smoke in stadiums.
No.
We're
old. We're not
old.
that old.
Yeah.
Motherfucker could smoke on airplanes in our lifetime when we were alive in flying planes. Yeah.
But not in stadiums,
Which is so much. Smoking planes so much worse than smoking outdoor in a ballpark.
I don't know, dude. I think they had places at stadiums you could go to smoke.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
You didn't have to leave.
Yeah, they had designated areas, but you couldn't just light up if Civic or Autzen.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Like, I guess that motherfucker would have burnt down many years before if that was the case.
The old Tinderbox Civic Stadium. All right, Ski, what's your 2?
I said I was beer with you too.
Oh, beer.
Just
okay.
Ice cold Miller beer.
2s from the chat. Duck Chef. My chaw cup I accidentally grab instead of my beer.
Hell yeah, that's my brother.
I mean, that's just classy if you're actually using a spitter in. I'm spitting at
spitter,
Civic,
man.
At Civic
in a public space.
No,
come on, man. You never just spat an enormous dip of Grizz green in a public space like that, did you?
If you're hanging out in the beer garden there, just through the fence there, just.
I was always a spitter guy. I was a courteous dipper.
I think he's making his story a little better too, because he absolutely did that shit, and now he's feeling guilty about it because he knows kids were running around like playing in his
I have
fucking
no qualms at that.
Disgusting spit.
You know how much chew spit I spit on that field in the 3 years I played on that field. No.
Fair. 2s from the chat continues. WCP says Glizzy. Yep. Booble says stale red vines. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I associate that with baseball. Red vines.
I mean,
they sell red vines.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
And popcorn.
Red vines are for baseball. Red ropes are remember red ropes are for like children's parks, and Twizzlers are for hell. Say hi to Clay Travis while you're down there.
By the way, this is a little bit of insider information. Jerry Allen, a Twizzlers guy.
Joey Mack, start an insurrection. Get this guy out of here.
Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
When was the last time you saw one of those ropes version of them? I mean, they still make
literally at Splash like a year ago.
They still sell them.
They still sell red ropes, and they're all fragmented. Like, there's no way you're getting that 36 inches in one rope. It's all fragmented.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Borderline erotic.
Hell
Right.
yeah.
You're number one.
My number one, just a light American domestic beer. I know it's boring. Stealing off your twos.
It's not.
I think there's something wrong with you if you're drinking like a double IPA at the bar.
I don't want. You go to Safeco or whatever, and it's Seattle, and they're like, "Ooh, we're gonna make you feel bad for ordering a Miller Lite." No, fuck you. I don't want your $19 triple hot batched IPA. Give me Miller Lite.
I do not support local. I don't want your Ninkasi.
Not at a baseball game, no.
I want the Coors Light.
No. I'll go to an M's game. I'll go to a Ducks game. And there's local Hot Valley, whatever it is. No. Give me that Coors Light. I don't even like Coors Light. Of all the light American domestic beers, I think Coors Light's shit.
It's terrible.
I think it tastes terrible. But you want to know what? At a baseball game, the crack of the bat, the smell of the grass, all of that stuff. Yeah. Oh, it's America, baby.
I've already eaten a hot dog.
Yeah,
I don't care about my body this evening. I don't care about putting good tasting things in my mouth. Like that's past.
I gotta take nitrates now at this point after eating all that sodium in the glizzy. I don't care anymore.
As soon as I cross the threshold of that stadium,
my toes are swelling. It's a whole thing. Yeah.
You know, it's 90 degrees out. Why do I want to drink like cement?
Why do I want to eat a pine cone? Like it makes no sense to me.
I want something that's ice cold and it's going to quench my thirst. I don't care really what it tastes.
I love a good quenched thirst.
That first sip, so good.
Right, get a little bit of head. Hey,
borderline erotic.
A frothy head there.
Ooh, hell yeah.
I don't know about that, Ski. WCP, okay, get ready to judge. All light beer tastes terrible in his opinion. Okay. I haven't even gotten to the best part yet. He says, give me a stout.
It's 97 degrees in the pier, sun, and you're ordering a Christmas beer? Get out of here. You are out of here. Get out. You're suspended. You're John T. Murray. Get out of my life. You're Pete Rose. Never come back.
You just undid all of that.
Blocked.
All of that God's work that you did earlier, WCP.
Terrible.
You undid all of it.
Stout.
My number one is ice cream in a baseball helmet.
Oh, sorry. That was wrong. No, it's a great answer. It's a great answer.
Thank you.
Great answer.
Yeah.
Great answer.
Little Prince Puckler ice cream in a baseball helmet. Never go wrong, man. It's always been good. Always will be good. I'll take it. And it's good. By the way, it's fun if you take your kid to the ballpark too, because your kid's going to want some ice cream. You're stealing some bites of the ice cream too. It's just perfect.
By the way, because you said that, next week I already have our top three. Top three Oregon ice cream companies.
I can give that right now. But let's save it.
We're running a little
content.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. My number one is a chili spiced crickets.
Look at this guy.
It's obviously not. It's obviously a fucking ice cream in a little helmet. That's the clear number one answer for baseball.
What are we fucking doing here? What are we doing? You know what?
This guy sucks.
You suck.
You suck. Get out of here.
Oh, for God's sake. All right, let's see.
You move next to Dan Lanning, and all of a sudden you start eating Hot Valley fried crickets at baseball games. Get out of here.
Who do you think you are, man? Trying to find
I will say, the one gimmick thing that I actually like and enjoy at the ballpark, from a difference, is the garlic Parmesan fries at Safeco are good.
Those are very good. You want to know what? There's been a big revolt against those in San Francisco and Seattle this year. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. They're delicious.
No, they're great. They're fantastic.
What's not to love? Yeah.
I don't.
One's from the chat. Booble says cock, chicken tenders. WCP says ice cold beer. There you go. But apparently,
An ice cold stout.
he wants a stout.
He probably wants a warm. Probably wants a warm stout.
Yeah.
He wants a Ninkasi Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
An oatmeal stout on a July afternoon.
a Tricera hops.
Fuck off with that. Duck Chef, the classic ballpark nachos served in a batting helmet. Yeah.
Like I said, King, same as King. Yes, you're gonna get a lot if you get the helmet.
Did you guys used
It is a large portion.
Did you guys used to save the cups you would get at M's games?
100%.
I did too. Yeah.
I'm still a dork, and I still save a cup every year when I go to a basketball game or football game for the Ducks.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not out there collecting 20, but I'll take one. Take one.
When I go to my mom's house and I want to drink like water, I grab an old M's cup.
Hell yeah.
I'm sure the amount of like plastic particles that have gotten in me from a 20-plus-year-old, like 30-year-old piece of plastic cup doesn't hurt, but it just tastes better.
It does.
So
It tastes better.
water from one of those cups or those Zins you're so into now.
Oh,
Well,
it's got to be a Zin.
The Zin counters all of the plastic particles. It breaks it down in your body.
The baseball cup that's even better, the plastic baseball cup, is it's got to have like little like rectangular cuts at the bottom.
Yeah, definitely does.
It's not smooth.
Mm-hmm.
It's got all these. Yeah, it's like a hexagon or something.
It somehow was like
better.
it somehow was like the original Yeti 2, where ice just lasted forever in those things.
Yeah. And because it has all those cuts, it's like a river. It's like a stream when you put it when you put it down your gullet. It doesn't just swish down your face. It's very streamlined.
Fucking science, my guy. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Before we head out, Booble, give a large warm coffee at a day baseball game. WCP probably. Yeah. So yeah, that sounds about right. All right. Movie on Sunday is Chasers. It's on Prime. It's Ski's movie. It's from 1994. It's got Tom Berenger in it. Did you need me to tell you it's Ski's movie? All right. Watch it, listen to us talk about it. We'll see you Sunday. Goodbye.
Berenger.
Yeah, the Berenger.
The Berenger.
Complete with weird fucking voice. All right.